Many people find it tempting to own a farmhouse. A country home, a cottage, a homestead, or a country estate in a rural setting. The peace and leisurely pace of such property types provides a much-needed break, allowing one to refuel and lead a more laid-back lifestyle away from the hustle and bustle of city life. There are many cheap places from around the world where one can buy land and revamp it to construct a farmhouse-type estate. However, many factors are taken into consideration before buying, like location, zoning regulations, access to utilities, accessibility, community, potential for self-sufficiency, and resale value. In addition, the buying process, documentation, and local taxation system is also very important. Overall, it is essential to weigh in all the pros and cons, but ultimately, one can choose a property that aligns with their personal preference, budget, and long-term goals. Nonetheless, in this video, we have listed some of the best places from around the world for overseas buyers to establish a farmhouse or a rural estate. All of these places have affordable and cheaper options available for all different budgets. Moreover, none of these places are isolated or remote. In fact, most of these areas are robust, with great weather, easy connectivity, and high resale potential. With that, here are 12 best places to buy a cheap farmhouse. Number 12, Andalusia, Spain. There are many cheaper regions in the interior parts of Spain to buy rural land, but most of those regions are rather remote and away from urban centers. In contrast, Andalusia has lots of affordable areas to invest in land while still being close to major urban hotspots. From the sun-drenched beaches of Malaga and the luxury villas of Marbella to the historic charm of Seville and the Moorish allure of Granada. Each city in Andalusia presents a unique blend of real estate opportunities. The median price of land in its rural areas is around $28,000 for an acre, but this price tag fluctuates depending upon the type of land and location. Besides vacant land, a pre-built estate with additional area of around 2 acres is usually listed in between $320,000 to $420,000 US. Many international retirees, mainly from United Kingdom, Scandinavia, and North America, have bought retirement properties in its gated communities of Marbella. These gated communities harbor mansion-like residencies that are decked with all the modern-day services and many recreational activities like golfing. It's also worth noting that the Andalusian real estate market is well regulated, providing a safe and transparent environment for property transactions. Number 11, Istria, Croatia. Located at the head of the Adriatic Sea between 2 gulfs, Istria is the largest peninsula in this region and belongs to the westernmost part of Croatia. Being one of the largest wine producers in the Balkans, it houses many hundreds of acres of pure greenland, open fields, pastures, as well as agricultural land for farming, homesteading, or residential construction. Although foreigners aren't directly allowed to buy agricultural land, they can still buy it through a third party, which can be a company they own or are affiliated with. Prices for pre-built cottages and farmhouses, mainly those near the coastline, are very high. While for vacant land in the inner rural municipalities cost around $30,000 per acre. Zoning laws are very lenient for non-cultivable land. Buyer can easily build a farmhouse or country estate without approval from the local administration. But be aware, it is highly recommended to appoint a reputable lawyer and local realtor when making a land purchase in Istria, as the overall documentation process is very puzzling for overseas buyers. Number 10, Occitanie, France. This region is in southern France, on the Mediterranean coast, and extends to Spain at its southern border. The location is popular among foreign buyers looking to buy property somewhere they can enjoy the Côte d'Azur's pleasant climate and the affordability of central France. The cities and municipalities of this region are always ranked very high on the list of areas best suited for retirement in France, Vineyards, farmland, and rustic villages dominate much of the region. After all, this is France's largest wine-producing region. Overall, the region presents excellent value for money in terms of real estate. For instance, its interior areas features properties such as traditional farmhouses and ancient pigeonniers within a budget of around $250,000. However, bear in mind, it is still not that cheap, as luxury country estate with an acre or two in its prime areas still costs a fortune, with median prices usually ranging between $360,000 to $630,000 US dollars. Plus, when buying property in Occitanie, the buyer is responsible for notaire fees, which averages at 7 to 8% of the assessed value of the property. Number 9. Alentejo, Portugal. Located between the Tagus Valley to the north and the Algarve to the south, Alentejo enjoys a stunning coastline overlooking the Atlantic, endless plains of smooth hills, and a beautiful countryside. For many, it is a safe haven often covet for peace and quiet, away from the daily multitudes of life. Foreigners from EU or non-EU countries are freely allowed to buy residential, agricultural, or any sort of property in this region. Many savvy investors have bought land and established manor like homesteads in its interior parts, and it is home to several seafront communities where one can buy a newly built house overlooking the beach for under $270,000 US dollars, while the price of land in the interior parts of the region is around $18,000 to $22,000 per acre. But be aware, the region is relatively underdeveloped, while basic needs and transport links are swift. Access to advanced healthcare and specialized amenities often requires travel to larger cities in neighboring regions. Number 8. Epirus, Greece. A rugged, mountainous region in northwest Greece, Epirus is centered between the Pindus Mountains and the Ionian Sea, with dramatic gorges, lush forests, and fertile coastal plains. It's increasingly appealing for buyers seeking country homes, farmland, or land plots, thanks to its scenic beauty, low population density, and strong pastoral traditions centered on olive groves and livestock. On the flip side, foreigners, EU and non-EU citizens are required to attain a residency before making a land or farmhouse purchase here. Though legal due diligence, checking for building rights, and working with a local notary are also essential when buying. Pre-existing farmhouses and estates, especially around Ioannina, offer ready-to-live options, while undeveloped land offers a blank canvas for custom builds. The average price of land in Epirus varies, but you can expect prices similar to other rural areas in Greece. According to property listings, prices range from $12,000 for an acre to $1 million for larger luxury estate. Number 7. Puglia, Italy. Known for its centuries-old farmland and lush Mediterranean coastline, Puglia is a region in the far south of Italy, at the heel of the country's boot. This region is decked with a vast forested countryside, open green areas, as well as purchasable land near the seafront, which makes it a great place to buy land with access to the sea. Additionally, this region of Italy is known for producing 7 hectoliters of wine each year, and most of the investors buy land here for harvesting wine. The price point in this region is pretty affordable, with the average cost of an acre of land in the interior departments going for as low as $15,000 on average, while the price for the same amount of land near the coastal parts, specifically in close proximity to a beach town, is estimated to be around $50,000 for an acre. Aside from land, pre-built old farmhouses or cottages with an extra acre or two can be had for approximately $270,000. This price can go even lower for old rustic estates that require extensive renovations. Number 6. The Azores, Portugal. Perched in the middle of the Atlantic, the Azores is a stunning contrast of deep blues and vibrant greens. With rolling hills, pristine lakes, and variable views from the shoreline, these islands are a place of beauty. Unlike the more prominent island of Madeira, Azores is considerably cheaper and very tranquil for those seeking to buy a farmhouse or country home on an island. Furthermore, just like mainland Portugal, there is no restriction for internationals buying any type of land on the island of Azores. Currently, there are more than 18,000 listings for land, farmhouses, cottages, country homes, and rural properties for sale on its local realtor websites. The median price for a freestanding estate with an acre of land is estimated to be around $325,000, while small cottages are listed for around $175,000, with for a modest 110-meter square building on a 1-acre plot. Number 5. Peloponnese, Greece. Attached to the rest of mainland Greece by a thin isthmus, the Greek region of Peloponnese holds the most investor-friendly property market in southern Europe, with cottages, mansions, and big townhouses being available for a lot less than the usual price. Foreigners are allowed full access to buying or selling land in the entirety of the region, but people having a European nationality is favored a little more. Plus, this region is fairly developed and is easily accessible, thanks to its vast road network and several international airports. Whether one seeks to homestead, start a residential development project, or simply enjoy a tranquil retreat, Peloponnese provides an enticing setting to fulfill those aspirations. Prices vary widely. Rural plot of around 1 to 2 acre is usually listed for around $28,000, while large acreage with sea views can reach $200,000. Pre-built villas with direct access to the sea and additional land of 2 acre can be priced as high as $500,000. Number 4. Umbria, Italy. Known as the Green Heart of Italy, Umbria is a region in central Italy that begs to be discovered. In comparison to its neighboring regions of Tuscany and Lazio, real estate prices in Umbria are almost 40% lower. Geographically, it provides the same setting and terrain as Tuscany, comprised of rolling hills, olive groves, vineyards, and medieval hill towns. As mentioned, both regions have a formidable Etruscan heritage. Tuscany is better known and more developed in terms of connectivity and wine growing, but Umbria has fertile soil and boasts a wine culture with interesting varietals of its own. According to listings, a mid-sized restored farmhouse near its city of Perugia goes for around $310,000, while fixer-uppers with a few acres start as low as $185,000. Acreage is similarly varied. Rustic fixer-uppers with around 1 to 2 acres typically cost between $200,000 to $300,000, depending on proximity to towns. On the contrary, for those seeking turnkey income-generating estates, historic farmhouses with several hectares, think agriturismo potential, are priced above $550,000. Number 3. Marmara region, Turkey. The Marmara region in Turkey stretches across the country's northwest, linking the Sea of Marmara and Istanbul to both the Aegean and Black Sea coasts. Its terrain varies from fertile coastal plains to rolling inland hills, a mix that appeals to those seeking rustic land or farmhouses. Foreigners are allowed to purchase up to 6 acres of land without government approval, even zoned land, provided it's within municipal boundaries. However, agricultural lands typically don't allow residential buildings, therefore buyers must verify zoning beforehand. Pre-built rural estates offer convenience with average price for a country home with an extra acre or so going for as low as $230,000. To navigate the buying process smoothly, it's crucial for foreign investors to enlist the help of knowledgeable local agents and legal professionals to ensure clear titles and a secure investment. Number 2. Timiș, Romania. Positioned in western Romania near Hungary and Serbia, Timiș is characterized by expansive flat to gently rolling plains and fertile clay loam soils ideal for cereals, sunflower, rapeseed, soy, and vineyards. Notably, the majority of land available for sale in this region consists of agricultural or farmland, offering ample opportunities for the construction of townhouses or farmhouses. Foreigners can purchase land, but it requires setting up a local company. Before buying, secure clear title, verify zoning, confirm utility availability, and engage a trusted lawyer to handle due diligence. Current land prices in Timiș average around $3,700 to $4,000 per acre. Though premium parcels near its capital Timișoara or along the Danube command more, while remote hillside land is significantly cheaper. Restored farmhouses are now seeing interest as agritourism grows. Number 1. Uruguay. Cramped in between Brazil and Argentina, Uruguay is a country decorated with miles upon miles of open plains, as well as forest areas, rivers, and a beautiful coastline. It is a solid place for those looking for cheap, safe, workable, and appreciating land in Latin America. Foreigners are free to purchase, develop, or sell property in the country, provided that the area does not fall under the ownership of the government. Although the areas around Montevideo may harbor land and residential property that is out of reach of even most affluent investors, some areas, such as the Colonia and Rocha department, possess land that can go for as low as $4,000 per acre. Plus, the country is teetering on a major currency adjustment, so those dealing in dollar can benefit from the prolific currency conversion rates.